Hello guys, welcome to Total Technology. This is Supratim back with another video series, and in this video series we will doing the AWS solution architecture series. So without any further delay, let's get started with our series. So in the our first part we will discuss this thing about before starting and getting into the AWS, which is what is cloud, why cloud is important today, what is AWS, what is AWS offer, creating an AWS account. So what is cloud? So cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resources, especially data storage and computing power, without direct active management by the user. The term is generally used to describe data center available to many users over the internet. Large cloud predominant today like AWS, Azure, Google, Alibaba also have his own cloud, often have function distributed over multiple locations from central server, this type of clouds. So basically is a cloud is a thing where you can get your pay as you go in either pay as you go or subscription rental model in your will get computer system resources, data storage, computing powers, like that. So today in today's scenario, everything is moving to cloud because it will reduce your maintenance cost, your financial burden, and everything. Means suppose you want to you want to develop one software. For that, you need to buy a server, you need to maintain those server networks, and then you will install OS, and then the dependent software you would code, then even deploy, testing, all those things. Now if you go to move to the cloud, you don't need to buy those hardware resources as well as those uh, software or OS, like that all will come pre-installed, or as you like model they will do those things. When you are using those resources, you just pay them and you are ready to go, like that. In today's world, not only from software point of view, if you go to the manufacturing or manufacturing plant in process or supply chain management, or they are all using IoT based or IIoT based devices which collects the data, transmit the data securely to the cloud. There they do analysis and all these things. Then again from cloud to this data goes back into the machines. In between maybe there is ML or AI. So everything smart is happening because of this cloud, and that is why cloud is in our today's scenario very much important things we use day to days without knowing or unknowingly. As for example, different types of uh, say email client you are using, which is basically software as a cloud service, say suppose Gmail, Yahoo, or different type of shopping portal like Alibaba, eBay, and say Flipkart, Amazon, obviously, like that. So let's move to the next slide. This is basically a pictorial overview of what is cloud computing today. In a cloud, different type of infrastructure, platform, and applications are offered. You can use this infrastructure like computing infrastructure, block storage means you can host your files there. Networking means different networking applications, or you can use the cloud as a platform for different object storage and do identity management type of things, and data cube databases and different application also are hosted in the cloud, which you use like something you are good, some data you are collecting and then monitoring. then content, and then collaboration, communication, everything is in cloud today. And from cloud, your telephones, phone, tablets, laptops, smartphones, basically, or maybe different servers or desktop are fetching those data to and fro. So now, uh, as we have discussed what is cloud, now we would discuss different type of clouds available here on the classification. So suppose based on location of cloud, we can, or usability, you can say, not usability, based on cloud location, you can differentiate cloud as a public cloud, a private, or hybrid, or community cloud. That what are those, we are going into that in the next slide. But before that, you should remember that there is four type of basically cloud, that is public, private, hybrid, and community based. In those, the three are the main important: public, private, and hybrid. And again, if you want to classify cloud as the service which they are offering, we can differentiate clouds in basically three or four parts, that is infrastructure as a service, then platform as a service, SaaS, software as a service. Or you can also use that as a function as a service, FAS, that is the new one. And we'll let you know these things in the next slide. So what is public cloud? In public cloud, whole computing infrastructure is located on the premises of the cloud computing company that's offered the cloud service. And when you are using those resources, maybe some other people also come and buy or rent those services from you. It will be shared from the same computer and things. So that is a public one. It is doesn't mean that your data will be shared, but the resource will be shared. Means the same hardware for locations, for from same data center. Say suppose that he has 16 GB of RAM, 8 GB is allocated to you, and 8 GB, and you are not using 8 GB, you are paying for the 8 GB, and someone else come and he also need that one, say suppose infrastructure as a 8 GB RAM or something like that. So the rest 8 GB he will be used. So same goes for the data storage. Say suppose you are using 1 TB, and from the one hard disk out of 500 TB, and list of the storage will be given to someone else who is buying. So those data are physically written in the same hardware, with layer of abstraction, that is your data is your, and someone else data is someone's, but that is still shared in the public cloud. And for a private cloud, hosting all your computer infrastructure yourself and is not shared, means you are entirely paying for the hardware. Means in your hardware it is dedicated to you and no one else is using that, and the security and control level is highest in that because of this. And then again, there is one hybrid cloud in which both private and public clouds are there, and depending on the purpose, say suppose you host your most important application on your own servers, means private one, and for the rest of the things you can do that in a secondary application, or as was something in public cloud that is not more security wise important, or your organization may need to fulfill some type of government rules and regulation, or they might have something that they cannot, policies or something like that, that cannot be shared or cannot be hosted in a public cloud. Then you must go for a private cloud or something like that. And as a community cloud is shared between organization, means say suppose uh, one organization is doing a type of work, and there is another organization that is doing the same type of work, and they do something, do some collaboration on that, and that fits the specific community type, the professional or geographic community, whatever may be. It may be a geographical one. uh, they use that one type of cloud that is called community cloud. So that is the basically the type of cloud, based on the locations or type of things. Now if you go to the service part, what type of service cloud they provide, as we already says, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and function as a service FaaS. So we'll dip into this. And so IA is the most basic category of cloud computing service that allows you to rent IT infrastructure servers like VMs from a cloud provider on a pay-as-you-go basis. So basically in IaaS, it is a simple things, means you are renting your hardware or server VMs from the cloud, and then it's come a platform as a service where it's platform as a service able to supply an on-demand environment for developing, testing, delivering, and managing software applications. It is designed to quickly create web or mobile application without worrying about setting up or managing the underlying infrastructure, server, storage, network, and database needed for the development. So basically, your company is doing some software application. You need to deliver it, test it, develop it, whatever may be the. You can use platform as a service offering of a cloud one, and what to say, you can save more, means without worrying about be setting up underlying infrastructure of servers, storage, network, database, everything it is in the cloud, and you just use them and pay them. Again, there is a software as a service. Software as a service is a method for delivering software application over the internet as per the demand and on a subscription basis. Say suppose SaaS help you the most and manage the software application and underlying infrastructure and handle any maintenance, software update, or security patching, like that. So suppose say Gmail, Yahoo, all are software as a service. You are using the software. Just open it, type a mail, and send it. You don't need to worry about the underlying things and some other things. So that is a software as a service. Now also function as a service exists. In functions as a service adds another level of abstraction to platform as a service. So the developers are completely insulated from everything in the stack below their code. So what is the benefit? So instead of handling the hassle of virtual servers, containers, and application runtimes, they upload narrowly functional blocks of code and set them to be triggered by a certain event. Now this fast application consume no IaaS means infrastructure as a service resources until an event occurs. So that's basically reducing paper use fees. Now the main thing, as you have understood what is cloud, why it is used, and different type of clouds there available, and to be precisely know, the predominant player in cloud is today, say suppose 70 to 80%, it may be wrong, but majority of the cloud service is predominated by Amazon Web Service, that is popularly known as AWS, and then it comes to Azure. But Microsoft Azure recently owns very big projects. Recently in 2019, at the end of the year, so AWS and Microsoft Azure are the most major players in this field. And then again it comes Google. Google has also its cloud, Google Cloud. Chinese giant Alibaba is also having his cloud service, and so that's it. That is the things. So use the AWS things. Basically, first thing first, you need to create an AWS account, of course, obviously, and to be precise and to mention that to create an account in AWS, you need to have a credit card or debit card or something like that to pay them. Basically, don't worry, it is a free one. But in free tower, there is certain limitation, means up to these resources, these uh, items are free. After that, you cross those resources or limits, you need to pay them. So to bill you, they need to verify your card what the time of opening of the account. So you need to use your card until and unless you done something wrong while doing something, means drastically wrong. Suppose say you have opened on instances for any purpose, say you are doing something for learning something. You open the instances and uses it and don't close or delete it after using in free tier. So after it crosses its limits, it will charge you. It may charge you. So keep that in mind. As soon as you have done something, stop that instance or remove that instance, delete that instance from there. That will cost you nothing. So basically, don't worry. AWS creating an AWS account is absolutely free, but you need to verify your card so that in case you have crossed your limits, Amazon can charge you. And this is the last part of the video. So now we will head towards creating an AWS account. So let's open my Google Chrome, of course. So best thing what a nerd like me can do is type google.com, which is our savior every time. And now say suppose you are typing AWS sign up. So it will directly goes to the AWS sign up console. Here you type your email address. Say suppose someone there is something .com. You type your password. There is a some restriction of password, means your password must be a 8 character, and then all those things of lowercase, uppercase, alphanumeric symbols and not to be identical to your AWS account name or email address. So type some password here. Then type the same thing here. That's a simple stuff everyone knows. And say total tutorial, say, and do the continue. And it will then you need to put your full name, company name. If you don't have, don't worry, don't provide those. Phone number, country, address, city, postal code, and all these things. And say suppose country you are selecting as India, it will ask for the address, city, say Kolkata, state West Bengal, postal code 7 lakh 1. So you check the box, create and continue. So company name is a required field. Sorry for that. So company name you said total. Phone number, let's say you give 7723621345. Don't know whose number this is. Of course I am not creating the original account because I already have Silpio. Create account and continue. Here it is payment information. It will ask for your payment and it will deduct based on your country location. For if I select India, it will deduct 2 INR, Indian rupees. For US, it will select something else. It is very bare minimum account to verify your card and billing address, all these things. You can add your PAN also, verify and add, and that's it. It will create your account. So after you have created your account and verify everything, you can directly log into the AWS portal. So AWS sign in portal, AWS sign in. I already have my uh, things created. So for IAM username, I can type, I guess, Supratim Shu. Password I don't remember, but maybe this one. Okay, that is not working. Let me check my credential. I might have written somewhere. Okay, Okay, I have found my credential. I am logged in. So that is the after you logged in. This is the console you will get, and in this console you will get different type of function or service they are providing, or you can simply type here the tons of service they are giving. We'll go one by one to this. So for today's part, that's it. And in our next video, we will discuss more details about this from one by one. There will be a total complete series of or playlist of this. So don't forget to watch this video. And of course, if you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give a thumbs down. Do comment. This will surely motivate us to do something good. And I know, guys, I have doing videos after a long time. The main cause is that I recently changed my job. uh, I recently moved from one country to another, and also I have uh, what to say, basically I don't have the resources, means don't have the laptops and other things. I am not I don't want to give any excuses, but the thing is that now I'm also in some project and there is a pressure on it. So let's say what I can do for you guys, and to be precise, and to let you know, I am also learning AWS. What I am learning, I am sharing with you guys. There in net you will find out lots of tutorial. I don't know whether I am doing right or wrong, or what kind of things I am providing you, means the quality of the things. But surely I will try my best to give you what I am learning currently, and hope that helps you. So that's a long what to say ending introduction. And so bye bye, take care, have a nice day, bye.